Guys, we were talking some Penn State football today. Penn State going to Maryland on Saturday. Take on the Terps, who are always really annoying because their fans are they talk a lot of trash for being as bad of a program as they are. And judging from what happened last year, I think that Penn State should be able to get up for this game. It's kind of a revenge game. But we lost to Illinois, so we can lose to Maryland. And I think that Maryland does have some guys that can give Penn State trouble, starting with the quarterback, Tulea Tagovailoa. He has some talent. Raheem Jarrett, 5-star receiver. He's talented. They had a decent recruiting class last year. I think it might have been as good or better than ours from a ranking standpoint. And so, yeah, they do have some guys. This is an important game when it comes to recruiting in DMV area because that's what Maryland tries to do. They try and recruit Maryland, DC, Virginia kids, and that's a big part of our pipeline as well. And right now, I'd say we definitely control that because we've been a much better program over the course of not only recent history, but just history in general. And Maryland is trying to take some of those guys for themselves, and to be able to say, "Hey, we dominate Maryland," definitely helps. But if Maryland's able to say, "Listen, we beat Penn State 2 years in a row," they have a stronger argument with some of these DMV kids, which ultimately, winning isn't everything in recruiting. It definitely helps, but being able to say you beat that guy or that other team does sway some recruits, I think, even unconsciously. And when you look at where Penn State's at right now, out of the playoff picture, Maryland's a bad team. This is going to be a not very nationally looked at game, but Penn State needs to make sure that even though they're kind of out of any title contention, they still need to make sure that they stay focused, or what happened last year come back and they could finish really bad. And I don't want that to happen. I mean, I don't want it to be the exact opposite of what happened last year, because last year we went 0-5 and then won 4 in a row. This year, started 5-0, lost 3 in a row, and I don't want that to be the exact opposite of last year. We lose 4 in a row, and if we do lose to Maryland, then Franklin's probably definitely going to be, I don't want to say definitely going to be fired, but he's going to have a whole lot of haters, even more than he does now. And so, yeah, this program needs to make sure and stay stable, understand there's still a lot to play for as far as pride goes. Yeah, you're not going to get a ring, but you can still put out a 10-3 season, which is realistic because we can beat Michigan, we can beat Michigan State, we can get to a solid bowl game and win that against a solid opponent. So, you still have something to play for here, and I hope they continue to have that feeling. I hope they don't just think, oh, I'm going to try and get to the NFL, or, this team doesn't matter anymore, because that's not good. That's not a good attitude to have. We saw what happened last year when I think a lot of players had that attitude after the 0-2 start. And hopefully we can just beat the brakes off Maryland. We definitely have the talent to do it. 2016 through 18, or through 19, I should say, we did that. We blew them out 4 years in a row. And they weren't just 20-point blowouts. We beat Maryland 59-0 in 2019. 2018 we won 38-3. 17 was 66-3, and then 16 was 38-14 or something. I mean, it was bad 4 years in a row until last year. So yeah, I think Penn State definitely needs to do a lot of good things in this game, though, because they could lose. If they lost to Illinois, they could lose this game too. So we are Penn State.